Hello, and welcome to Dreams, Plans, and Scrapbooks, the podcast where fond memories are relived and exciting new journeys are dreamed up on the spot. Sit back and relax. The adventure is about to start. Hello, everyone. We are so glad to have you here on Dreams, Plans, and Scrapbooks. My name is Clayton Kreisel, and as always, I am joined by my guest host,
Zoe Kreisel.
We are so glad to be back. I hope you had some time to catch our last episode. In that episode, we were talking about our first half of our trip to Hawaii, and that trip took place back in March. And we talked about the adventure side of going to Maui. Maui is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful island, of course. Many of you are very familiar with Maui. If you have ever been to Hawaii, that's probably one of the main islands. That or Oahu is probably where you've went. Although, I don't know. I feel like everybody I talked to has been to someplace different.
Yeah.
But Maui is where we went for 8 days. And so we would just urge you to go back and check out the first half of this podcast where we talked about Haleakala, Road to Hana, the Eel Valley. What else we talked? Oh, Makawao, where we stayed. We talked about Lisbeth and the beautiful place we stayed, what it was like doing all the inland stuff, the stuff that you don't usually do when you're in Maui. We talked about that side of it, which is, I think, unique, and I really enjoyed getting to talk about that. How about you?
Yeah, I really loved, I loved that whole part of the trip and just recapping. It was super fun, but I'm so excited for today's episode because today we're going to talk about my personal favorite part of our Hawaii trip. So, yeah, I'm just excited to dive into it.
And what was that part? What was your favorite part of the Hawaii trip?
Oh, just what you think of, the beach and those little beach towns and just honestly, just beach, standing by the ocean, reading books. It was just honestly what you think of when you think of Hawaii. That's
Absolutely.
what I enjoyed about it.
I mean, the beach is obviously one of the main reasons, if not the main reason, that people go to Maui to begin with.
Yeah.
And so today we are going to talk, as Zoe mentioned, about the beaches. And we're going to start by talking about what I think is probably a pretty underrated part of Maui because it's not up in West Maui. It's not one of the main kind of resort areas that a lot of people go to, but it is called Paia Town. And I don't still to this day know whether or not I'm really, truly pronouncing it right, but
I think you are.
Paia, and maybe perhaps if you have ever done any research or looked at Maui at all, you might be familiar with Paia Fish Market, which is or Mama's Fish House. This is where Paia Town is, and Paia Town sits on the north shore of Maui, so you're going to see bigger waves and a lot more surfers up there than you will in other parts of Hawaii. We were there in the winter months, or right at the end of the winter months, so the waves were, pretty big. And Paia Town was fun as a town. First of all, you heard me mention Mama's Fish House and Paia Fish Market. We did not go to Mama's Fish House. That is because it's about $120 a person or so, and it looked great.
I just don't like fish usually.
Right, it looked great, but with the kiddos, that probably wouldn't have been the best bet. But we did make our way to Paia Fish Market.
I just said I don't like fish, but the fish here was so good, like absolutely delicious.
Yes,
we ate there twice. It was one of the only places we did. It was just so amazing.
Yeah, Paia Fish Market I really enjoyed. It was, Hawaii fried fish, very different than I feel like catfish and stuff we have around here. We use a lot more cornmeal, more corn flour on our fish. They use more panko and maybe more what you think of as like Japanese, Asian, which kind of makes sense, I feel like. At the same time, they just have very flaky fish there. And they have fish we don't have here, like red snapper and yellowfin, and I don't know, other fishes, and they had different fish there every day that we could try. And so we tried about all of them, and fried fish, fries, noodles. They had a really creamy pasta.
Oh my gosh, that was probably, I think looking back, that was my favorite meal of the whole trip.
Really? You think so? Even over the pub, even over the Makawao Public House?
I think I think so. I love ramen, but ramen and cheese, I don't know if those things go together, and they
Well,
put them together.
I mean, it wasn't ramen. It was like linguine, right?
Well, no. So I'm talking about at the other restaurant we went to, the Public House, and we talked about in last episode. They made this ramen. It was really good. Yes. It had like a bunch of cheese in it, and I still loved it. But this pasta we had here, the linguine, was mwah.
Mwah. It was quite good, and I really enjoyed the fish market quite a lot, actually. I thought it was
super good.
Super good. So Paia Town, it has so much to offer. It has this gorgeous little ice cream shop.
Artisan ice cream
right there on the main little dragon. If you know much about our family, or if you've listened to many of our podcasts in the past, you would know ice cream is a very important
huge part of our family.
It is. We owned an ice cream shop. Yeah, we owned
an ice cream shop for like 6 months before the pandemic shut it down.
It did. And hey, but the ice cream lives on. Henry's Ice Cream in Fayette, Missouri. If you ever find yourself in Fayette, Missouri, go grab some Henry's Ice Cream. But yeah, we used to own an ice cream shop, so we like to frequent ice cream, and we like to get good ice cream, homemade ice cream, handcrafted ice creams, and
not
artisan
just a bunch of sugary frozen milk.
No, yeah, and this was really good. I had peanut butter, I think, each and every time we ate there.
It wasn't so sweet. It was like nice and thick. It was a little more gelato-y than ice cream-y.
I think so. Yeah,
I prefer gelato.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I thought it was incredibly good, and I would say if you ever find yourself in Paia, that is the place to go if you are wanting ice cream. And honestly, anywhere in Maui, that was the best ice cream we had in Maui for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Also there, we had a place called Waikomo, I think that's how you pronounce it, Waikomo Shaved Ice. And it was the only shaved ice we had. And it was a great experience.
And it satisfied me, yeah.
So good.
So good. I was just expecting, like, I don't know, some Kona ice.
Yeah, you were expecting more like what we think of snow cones. This was like real fruit syrups.
Also, like, I can't explain it. The ice wasn't like it wasn't watery. It was like thicker.
Yeah. It was.
I don't know.
It was actually more finely shaved, right? It's like here it's more like crushed ice, and then they throw
was like snow actually.
Kool-Aid in it, right?
Yeah.
But not there. Yeah, it was more like shaved ice into snow,
like powdery.
And
delicious.
Then they put in the different syrups, and it was so good. Real fresh fruits, all homemade syrups. So Waikomo. Ice, shaved ice, and we really got that authentic Hawaiian feel there, which I really liked. They also had a lot of little gift shops that we liked going into, some local stores, so that's a real great place to go pick up gifts for yourself or for friends back home, souvenirs,
vinyl stickers, t-shirts, those kind of things.
But we'll get to the real interesting part, which is the actual beach that we went to there. So the beach that we went to there is the Hoikipa Beach Park, and it has this gorgeous outlook. It's this little cliff, simply beautiful. And you look down over this cliff, and at the bottom you see these black big rocks.
And there's a lot of them. There's probably like 70 to maybe even 100.
Yeah, and they're about the size of a human. And then you look, and then all of a sudden the rocks start moving, and you realize, oh my gosh, those aren't rocks.
Sea turtles.
Those are sea turtles.
And the first time that we went there, we got it like. We were kind of looking like, I don't see them. And then I remember looking down and like the rocks was like, look, there's a turtle. Mom's like, where? I'm like, those rocks are not rocks. And it was amazing.
Those are all turtles, yeah.
And there were so many. And we did end up going back and there weren't as many, but we lucked out that first time.
Oh, it was incredible.
Probably 100 sea turtles, honestly.
And then we got to go down. We got to go down and see the sea turtles. And I think that was a cool thing. So you get to walk, whenever the sea turtles are out, they actually put up some ropes to protect them. Although we saw this one little Hawaiian girl that was like Lilo, right? She was out there just all amongst the sea turtles, swimming and surfing amongst them and everything else. She ignored the ropes. But, you can get fairly close to them, probably within like 50 feet.
I think it's less than that. I think it's like 25. I thought it
was more than 25, probably about 50 feet. Like it was, but they're so big that you certainly see them. And I mean, they were just laying up there in the evening. Like I said, there was about 50 of them. And every now and again, one guy would say, okay, I've sat up here long enough. And he'd turn around and go back into the water and start swimming.
Or a new one would come up.
And they would
cover themselves in sand.
Yeah. Well, this one guy just really, really enjoyed being dirty. He just kept covering himself.
But he was right next to where the wave was
the wave would come up and get him cleaned off, and then he'd put more sand on him. I guess he was trying to cool down, but What a fun experience that was. We named a couple of them after our friends. We named them after Mercelin and Ian, who we are going to be going and seeing this week.
In 5 days, right? Or is it less than that?
Oh, man, it's less. No, we leave in 3 days for California.
Oh, my gosh, we leave in 3 days for Southern California, which is, even after, I've decided, even after being around the world multiple times, being to Hawaii, being a good, not all around the United States, but, to Maine, to California. California is my favorite place in the world. I want to move there someday. Great. I want to live on Disneyland property if possible, and be an actress there. That'd be the best.
That would be best. Yeah, I really obviously we love SoCal, and our next episode will be recapping SoCal and our trip to the Disneyland 70th anniversary, which is going to be amazing.
We'll have to talk all about. We're actually going to be there on. No, did you sell those
one
tickets?
Day after? We're going to be there one day after.
We were supposed to be there on the actual 70th anniversary.
Well, the reason why we didn't was because that was the last day that Hannah was available to hang out. Yeah. And I got to looking even at the scheduling and stuff, and it's going to be busy that day. Yeah. And the way that we're moving the way that we're going to be traveling, it's actually going to work out a lot better. But the cool thing about it is we'll get to see everything that comes out on the 70th, which is the actual day.
Yeah, okay, but it's we're still going to be there basically on the 70th.
Oh, I learned something new today.
We could also just go to Disney Springs or something on the 70th if we wanted some Disney.
Downtown Disney, not Disney Springs.
Sorry, I screwed that up, guys.
I learned something today. The Sherman Brothers wrote a third verse to It's a Small World.
What is it?
It's a final verse that has never been debuted.
Are they putting it on?
They've recorded it, and they are going to be on the 70th anniversary releasing it at both Disney World and Disneyland in the finale scene. And I don't know if they added another room or scene. I don't know how you could.
They could. Maybe they just they could have added a wall, then some more dolls or something.
Maybe, yeah. But supposedly they're debuting the final verse of It's a Small World. For the first time ever in the ride.
I kind of like there being, I hate to say this, I don't like Small World, but I like that it's going to be.
I love Small World.
I love that it'll be hogging a lot of people want to see it, so I can ride other rides faster.
I'll ride Small World at Disneyland.
Small
World at Disney World is not fun. Small World at Disneyland is great.
You can go ride. Oh, never mind. I was about to say you can go ride Small World and I'll ride Matterhorn, but I can't because it's closed. That's my favorite ride of all the parks, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll still get to do Smuggler's Run, so I'll be fine.
Well, this is a podcast about Hawaii, though, not about Disneyland. We will.
We should have started a second. We should start a third podcast. Disney.
Just
Geeks.
Disney.
Yeah,
just
honestly.
Disney Geeks. We could do it. We certainly would have enough content.
Honestly.
Well, moving on from Paia Town, next we visited another beach town, another beach down in what is on the west coast of the island called Makena Beach and the town of Kihei. So Kihei is, like I said, right on the west side of Maui. Now, it's not what you would consider West Maui. I mean, it is West Maui, but traditionally when you think of West Maui, you think of Lahaina Town, Kaanapali, and up sort of by the second volcano up there. Even though this is about as West Maui as you can get, it's literally right on the west coast, but it's more South Maui, what they call South Maui. Yep. Because really, South Maui is actually the backside of Haleakala, which nobody can, go to.
And when you think about beaches, you're going to be thinking of McKenna Beach because it is the most photographed, it's one of the most photographed beaches in the world and the most photographed beach. Is it on Maui or all of Hawaii?
Well, they say in all Hawaii, and they actually say in the whole world. So I remember we were flying in, and I always play this game.
That's the postcard shot you think of when we were there. It's just, it's so beautiful.
So I love studying the geography of a place before we go there. I study everything about it. I study where all the towns are. I've been always really good with directions my whole life, north, south, east, west, all the stuff. And so I always kind of get a sense of where we're going to be landing, where things are at, about how far things are away. And so we're coming in, and I kind of got my bearings about us as we started to come down out of the clouds, and I realized, okay, there's the Big Island over there. Here's Maui because of the location of the Big Island. We were coming in sort of late at night, so I found the sun, and I was like, okay.
No, we weren't. It was 3, Dad. We had the whole day.
Is that right?
Yeah, remember? Because we had to stay up.
Well, but okay. But in Hawaii, the sun sets at 7.
Okay, fine.
So the sun was already past midday.
Whatever.
And so I was able to find the sun. I was able to get my sense of direction, my bearings about me. So we come in. You approach at least when we flew in on was it Delta? I think it was Delta. When we flew in on Delta, we approached from. We didn't fly Southwest to no, not for this one. We're flying Southwest for L.A. It was Delta. So we flew in on the south side. No, it was American. It was American Airlines.
Okay, yeah, I knew it wasn't Delta. Yeah. Delta would have fed us.
Yeah, American did not feed us on the way out there, which was disappointing. United did on the way back, but Delta did not feed us. Anyways, we're coming in on the south side of the island, and I kind of picked that up, and we circle, and there's Makena Beach spread out. And I told the man, I said, that's Makena Beach. That's where we're going tomorrow.
Yes.
Because we went there the very first day we were there.
Yeah, this was, I think, probably, I know, so the sand was very, I can't explain it. It was extra sticky. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, well, we went
waves
were
also
tide.
Super.
Yeah, we went in high tide.
The waves are super like harsh, but I enjoy that personally. But I do know that with like Eleanor, you guys weren't the most thrilled with her out there.
Well, we went in high tide, and yes, the waves were kicking up a bunch of sand. Yeah, I mean, that sand just got all in her hair that day. And I mean, you guys had a blast, and it was a beautiful beach, but man, it was intense. It was, the waves were intense, and the waves were kicking up a lot of sand. Unlike when you go up to like Kaanapali and stuff, where they call like Baby Beach or Airport Beach, where the reefs are really far out there, and you get this really big break in the waves, and you get this really smooth water for like snorkeling and stuff. That wasn't Makena. Makena was very rough. It was a gorgeous beach. And what I really loved about it too was that you got this beautiful view of the mountain from the beach. And I think that's what made it so gorgeous, is that you're looking, it reminded me of South Korea. It reminded me of when we went to Wando Beach.
You got to see the beautiful ocean, which the water,
which I mean, Santa Monica is that way too, right? Or Malibu.
So blue, like so blue. It's just, it looks like Gatorade or Mountain Dew.
it's very blue. And it was a gorgeous day outside. There was a few clouds, and so it wasn't, you would get a break from the sun every now and again. And so we were out there most of the day. Wasn't much parking. We had to park on this like side road. Oh, yeah. But it was a gorgeous beach. And then we drove up, and we drove into Kihei, and we drove through our very first resort area at Wailea. And that resort was really, really, really cool. I felt a bit out of place because, I mean, like, it seems like the things you see that it's like almost like when you drive through Beverly Hills, you're like, oh, wow, these people are loaded.
That's what I want. I want a permanent residence in Beverly Hills. I would love that.
Well,
my 7 Teslas.
You ever hear the song Beverly Hills?
No, and I don't think I will.
That's where we wanna be.
I'll just probably move into Barbie's Malibu Barbie Dream House.
Weezer. I think it was Weezer. I can't remember.
Dad, you're so old.
I am old.
Honestly.
Weezer is not old, though. I mean, I guess they are old. But that's weird to think that Weezer's old.
I've never heard.
But you make it sound they're like, I don't know, you make it sound like they're like the Monkees or the Beach Boys. Who the heck
is that? I know the Beach Boys. I don't know the Monkees.
Hey, we're the Monkees, and people say we monkey around. Okay, you know the song.
You're making up
and
stuff.
Then I saw her face.
Yeah.
Now I'm a believer. Yeah. Okay, now Smash Mouth re-recorded that song, but that was originally a Monkey song.
You're making stuff up.
No, and they did Daydream Believer and
we're moving on.
Homecoming Queen. Okay. And they had a show actually named after them. So really, okay, let me tell you the story. No, this is a good one.
Bands aren't as popular anymore.
So here's how it worked. They were wanting to make a show that it was about a band called the Monkees, and they were basically spoofing like the Beatles. So it was these 4 guys, and they lived in an apartment, and they were making a band out of them called the Monkees. And they had I can't remember all of them. One was named Mike, I think, and then the youngest one was Davey, and they actually got popular as an actual band. So they made this show, this sitcom, but they played music, and they were good, and people liked them. Okay. So then they got popular as a real band. And here's what I remember about them. Mickey, I think it was Mickey, is the name of the drummer. No. Aww. Mickey is the name of the drummer, and he actually drummed and sang at the same time, which was unique.
Okay, well,
anyway,
they ain't open some boon. I'm uninterested.
Man, we are really getting off topic today, but
I told you to wrap it up.
It's okay. We're having fun. Who cares? So we're headed up to Kihei. We drove through Wailea, and we get to Kihei. for the very first time. Now, Kihei is one of the bigger towns. It's not like Kahului where like the airport is at and stuff. But when I say bigger town, it has a lot of life. It has a lot of local shops and stuff. It feels very much like a beach town. It's got a big old boardwalk. There is actually a Paia fish market in Kihei.
There was?
Yeah, we were actually right by it. But our favorite place in Kihei that we came to was South Maui Gardens. Now, South Maui Gardens has some different gift shops and stuff, but what it really has is
oh my goodness,
food trucks.
The food trucks, delicious.
And it is the home of the South Maui Gardens luau, which we didn't go to, although we did peek through the fence and see a little bit of. We cheated because they're like $150 a person. They're really expensive.
Yeah.
But we did.
It's just for the show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got food too, but yeah. But then we went to the food trucks, and man, I loved some of the food trucks there. This is where we got chicken katsu, which I was super excited about. We got it there at a food truck called Sparky's Food Company. Got some really great fries from Burger Boys. Got fish tacos at the little pink taco truck.
Thai food from Tie Me Up. Again,
Thai food from Tie Me Up.
I just talk about Thai food. I could literally eat Thai food for months and months, and I wouldn't care.
So let's talk about the food trucks for a minute. Here and the perception has changed. When I grew up, food trucks, you thought like corn dogs at carnivals. Yeah. That's what you thought of as food trucks.
There are some good ones like local biscuit bar food truck.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. When I was growing up, food trucks were kind of gross. They were just kind of grease pits, and you didn't really go there for
now
good
they're
food.
super trendy and cool.
Now, they are, and they make good quality food.
They do.
In Hawaii,
they're even next level.
Tons of food trucks,
and they are next level. They are. I would say they're significantly better.
I mean, the vast majority of people, that's what they do.
Yeah, and then maybe if your food truck does really well, you might open a second little shop business.
Yeah, food trucks are the main source of food there. I would say
so good.
They're so good, and they have so many blingy ones. So the South Maui Garden food truck sort of mall there is just really, really great. We had such good food, and then just to the north of that is an open air market called Kaanapali Village. Now, when I say market, I don't mean food market. I mean goods market. So,
oh my goodness, yes.
They sell a lot of arts, crafts, local stuff, non-local stuff too, but they also had a couple really great clothing stores where I got the super cool hat that I love.
It's like this light blue hat with pineapple prints over it and a shaka hand on it that says Maui on it.
I'll have to take a picture of it. And that one was called what was the Maui Good Life or something like that.
Yes, and I'm actually wearing the t-shirt right now.
Good Life Maui, yeah.
My favorite t-shirt.
Or Island Life. Oh goodness, what was it?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I'd have to go find my hat. But then I know there was another one called 808, which is their area code, or 818. Now I can't remember.
Dad.
I know. I should have done more research on this before we started the show. Anyway, we did a ton of shopping there. We actually went all the way back to Kihei one day just because we wanted to get gifts there for people.
I lost my phone there.
You lost your phone. Yes, thank God we found it. And there was also, if you remember the little puppy.
Oh, my gosh, yes. There was actually multiple little shop puppies.
Yep, shop puppies. And then, that's also where we bought Papa's hula dancer car dashboard hula dancer, which is the thing that we knew that's what we were going to get Papa whenever we went.
He asked for it specifically.
He wasn't disappointed. We got him one and he loves it. So that was a lot of fun going to South Maui Gardens and doing shopping and eating food trucks. I would strongly recommend if you are going there, that is where you ought to go.
Go get yourself some Thai food.
Absolutely.
And bring me back some.
100%. So then as we left Kihei and Kaanapali Village, South Maui Gardens, we would head up the coast to West Maui. Now, we ended up coming back to here quite a bit, and this is the most popular part of Maui. This is where all the resorts are.
Yes.
The West
and
the Four Seasons,
and the
all the big places. And this is Kaanapali Beach or Lahaina Town. And this is probably what most people think of when they think of Hawaii. Imagine pineapples and coconuts and beach chairs and beach umbrellas and
resorts and lots
waves
of money
and resorts and pools and
it literally feels like a Disney theme park.
boardwalks and except for real and whales.
Oh my
And think of
goodness. Whales.
and sea turtles and snorkeling and all sorts of different colored fish and coral and reef and oh my goodness, and that is Kaanapali. It is truly paradise.
It really is.
Even the sand was not annoying there.
No, if we went back, I would love to try to stay in a resort.
Really, you would?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a big resort person.
But then we can go to the spa. We can get our nails done on the beach.
Well,
how could you not
I
want
love
that?
getting my nails done.
I know.
That's what I'm all about.
Exactly.
So, Kaanapali and Lahaina Town. First of all, we can't talk about this without acknowledging the fact that it's really sad. You and I, Mommy, we never got to see old Lahaina Town. I know for people who have been to Maui for several times, Lahaina Town is
it's not the same.
Well, and it's where they go to do all the stuff, right? It's where they used to go to do all the shopping and stuff. And so many small businesses and homes were lost there, and people lost their lives, and really, really, really terribly sad. And a lot of it is open back up now. You can drive through there. There's definitely some places where you're not allowed to drive, or they don't want you to drive, and there's a lot of anger and bitterness. There's a lot of people that are, pretty convinced that what happened was intentional and on the part of the government, could have definitely been prevented. And
there are some truths to
things
that could have went better.
I mean, when you read the stuff,
it's pretty hard to not acknowledge they have a point.
It certainly seems like maybe they have a point. That's for sure. And so, it's still a little bit of a bittersweet feel there, but there are some things opening back up. And if you go just north of Lahaina and you get up towards like Airport Beach, then you start to get into some of the really, really, popular places that are still doing quite well. One of the cool things that we got to do in Lahaina Town before we went up to the Kaanapali beaches, we actually went 2 days. The first day we kind of went up and swam, and you and I got terrible sunburns.
Oh my goodness!
But
no, that was the second.
That was the first day. It was the first day because I got the rash guard the second day, and that was helped so much. But the first day we got terrible, but it was a little bit worth it because you and I went snorkeling.
This was my favorite beach day. Actually, I take it back. This was my,
and even though we got terribly sunburned, we were swimming and snorkeling, and I just decided I'm going to take one last lap, and I go as far out as I could possibly go with feeling comfortable. And I was way out there, probably I don't know.
I was sitting on the
100 yards
reading.
maybe. I was about a football field out.
Yeah.
And I'm swimming out there, and I decided to turn around and come back, and I see something big under the water, and I thought, oh crap. And I thought, shark. I looked down, and there's a massive sea turtle about 3 feet below me. And I just float there looking at it. And I was like, is this real? I can't believe this is real. Am I allowed to be here? This is so crazy. And so, the sea turtles, I kind of followed. I swam behind them, kind of followed them in. And then I get in, and, you're swimming over all this coral, and you see all these different colored fish and clownfish and eels and, sea snakes and stuff going everywhere. It's gorgeous, gorgeous sea life. And I get in. And I'm telling you about it. You're like, I want to see a sea turtle, and you go back out, and you're not seeing. And
then I went about as far as you did, and then even a little farther. And you're like, come back. So I started going about, and I got out, and I was like, all right, we're leaving. And I was like, can I just go for one more lap? She's like, oh, sure, whatever. So I go back out there, and I'm like, great, it's over. And I was down there, and there was someone else down there. And they were like facing me, and like they started freaking out, and I was like, kind of similar to that. I was like, well. Yep, I'm going to get eaten. This is it. And then I feel something brush against my stomach. And I think, yeah, this is probably the end of it. And I look up, and it's this baby sea turtle. It literally brushed against my stomach. It was underneath me, and it swam over me. And it starts going the other way, so I, dive after and start swimming next to it. And I followed it around for a good while. It was just so magical.
Amazing.
I mean, you're not allowed to touch the sea turtles, but they can touch you.
Yeah, it's so incredibly cool. And like so that was the first day we went to Kaanapali Beach and it was incredible. And I don't remember the exact order of things, but then I know we made our way back into Lahaina town for two things. Um First thing we did that was awesome is we went to a chocolate factory,
Oh yeah.
which was so cool.
So good.
It's where they make their own chocolate. The
It's
chocolate
so
was
rich.
really good, and you got to have like a little sample room where you got to pick several different chocolates and eat. And
I had like this chocolate brownie sundae, death by chocolate
Yep,
explosion.
and it's called the place is called the Maui Kauai Estate Chocolate, and it was just really great. We didn't do the tour. You can do a tour of the factory, which also looked pretty cool.
Yeah, honestly, I would definitely do it again.
Yeah,
Although we had already done kind of, I think that we talked about this in the previous episode on the road to Hana. We did
we kind of learned the process right?
Of chocolate
but they had
making.
an actual factory
That
there,
would
which
have
was
been
cool. But then the other thing we did in Lahaina town that was great is we went to the docks, and we had bought this ahead of time, and it wasn't cheap. It was, I think it cost our family a little over $200, but we went with an experience called Mackay Adventures, and we went whale watching. Now, we were there in peak whale watching season. It was very bumpy and a little bit nauseating, but
Not
they
for
took
me.
us out.
I was like, let's go. I love, those are the kind of thrills I love.
They took us out between Molokai and Maui, and there's this little channel there, and the whales just love going right there. Evidently,
Nice and warm.
this is the best place in all of Hawaii to go whale watching. And the
I
water,
believe it.
And we saw
20 plus breaches. And Dad said 20. I think he's way off. I think it's closer to probably like 50, but he disagrees with me.
We saw so many breaches. The whale watch people, and I don't think they were playing it up. They were like, this is crazy. Like, we have to hunt around, and we always start to get a little nervous that we're not putting on a good show. But today was so good.
It was so good. It was actually they were fighting over a female. There was a pack of I think it was like 8.
Yep.
I think all together there's 8 whales, so 5 males fighting over one female. And what they do is they jump out, breach in the water, and then slam themselves against each other. And who can't take it, goes away, and the last one standing wins.
So, I mean, these whales, when they sing their song underwater, I mean, they can be heard for,
miles.
I mean,
Not
miles and miles and miles
I know, but miles
away.
was too small for word.
More than that.
Yeah.
I'm talking like,
I went
10 to 20
snorkeling.
miles.
I kind of wondered if I heard it. I don't know.
It might have. I mean, you can. And so, like, these whales can be heard from miles away. And the woman, what they'll do is they kind of start to show off. So, like, this female kept doing her flapper fin.
Yeah, it's kind of like her hair flip.
She kept slapping it against
the water.
And then the males would come and they would come and they would join her. And then what they would do is they would start fighting each other.
And they would run
each other. They'd jump out of the water and jump on each other. They'd swim up underneath each other and push each other around, jostle each other around.
Stick their tails up and slap each other.
And so we got it behind two of these bachelor groups that were trying to win this female, to win her attention. And so we got a really good show. We did an evening tour, and so we got to kind of see the sun setting up against Maui on the way home. It was so gorgeous. And then, places to eat. Like I said, we kind of stayed up towards Kaanapali Beach. There is a wonderful little shopping village there that has like Louis Vuitton bags and these upper echelon stores, and then also just has a ton of beachwear. I got a rash guard there. And Co.
They had I think they had a Gucci too.
Yep. They did. They had some
everything you can
times.
think of.
But then what we did was we went to a couple places to eat. We went to breakfast at a place called Duke's Beach House at the Westin Resort. It's right on the beach. It is the most ideal. Like it is what you think of when you think of Hawaii. It
has a little deck out there. Has like the grass umbrella as you're sitting on the edge of the beach. The server comes out. There's like
fresh fruit.
Yeah, people are playing the ukulele in
tremendous
the
breakfast
corner.
I mean, it was.
Did you say breakfast?
We had like a brunch.
Oh, that.
Yeah, talking about Duke's, not Castaway, but we'll talk about the Castaway Cafe too.
But they give the similar vibe.
Yeah. So Duke's is where we had
Yes.
brunch, and it was great. And
absolutely great. They had the best like juices and smoothies.
So good. And then in the evening, after we got done swimming, we walked down the boardwalk, and we kept our car parked in the beach parking, which was excellent parking, by the way. But we forgot that it closed at 8, and we're so lucky we didn't get locked in.
Yeah,
we were the last car in the parking
and
lot.
it was past 8.
It was 9.
Yeah.
And they just hadn't locked the gate, thank God, because we would have been locked in. But we walked down the boardwalk to Castaway Cove, or Castaway Cafe, and I really liked it. They had shuffleboard, they had live music, they had this
definitely a vibe.
Wonderful Hawaiian
the vibes
burger.
Were immaculate.
It was good burger, bacon, pineapple, onion. Oh man, I loved it on the brioche
don't do
bun.
That. See,
so good.
Don't put fruit on a burger unless it's a tomato.
I will eat pineapple on almost anything. I'm a pineapple and pizza guy.
Ew.
I know. But I like pineapple.
Absolutely gross. Would you eat pineapple on your like tacos?
I have, definitely. I absolutely have eaten pineapple on my tacos. Yeah, I would do that 100% of the time.
Pasta? Like a stir fry or something?
I mean, definitely stir fry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
You're so gross.
I eat the pineapple bacon fried rice all the time.
That's different.
And I mean, if you just did rice noodles instead of rice, like it would be the same.
Whatever. You're ridiculous.
Pineapple. I'm having trouble. I mean, you can put pineapple in candy. You can put pineapple in chocolate. I'm having trouble thinking something pineapple doesn't go in.
In chocolate, unless it's strawberry. Just
try to think of something off the top of your head, the pineapple kit, that if you did it with it, it'd be gross.
Okay.
You might say like
soup.
I don't see why that would be gross. We use pineapple juice as sweetener in soups and
okay, but
juices.
can you imagine like a chili?
I think once again, that would be great.
Oh, ew, you're so gross.
I
like
would
a pineapple hot dog? Would you do that?
Yes. I have had pineapple relish on a hot dog.
You are so
As
disgusting.
a matter of fact, speaking of great places in Kaanapali, on the way to Kaanapali, we stopped at a little place right alongside the road on the way up there that is a pie place that also had hot dogs. Yes. And
it was one of my favorite meals.
I don't remember what the name of that place was.
Oh, it's like on my mind. I can picture the sign.
It was a woman's name. Yeah, I can think of it, but now I can't remember the name of it. But it was a little roadside, and it was weird. We waited in line for 20 minutes.
This was
we get up
frustrating.
To the front, and the electricity had went out.
So they said, yeah, we can only serve pies. We can't serve hot food. And we're like,
we didn't want with pies. We wanted some food. So we walked away, and then sure enough, the moment we walked away, the electricity came back on. But
so we had to re-wait.
We re-waited in line.
We didn't walk.
But
they
anyway.
had really good chicken pot pie.
It was delicious. And then we did end up getting actual pie. And I got a hot dog that was delicious, and it had pineapple relish on it.
What about mashed potatoes and pineapple?
Disgusting. Once again, I'm not sure that I would have to like poo-poo that right out of the gate there. I think it would be pretty good.
I think you're actually crazy, but okay, pineapple doesn't deserve to be anywhere near savory stuff unless it's pineapple, bacon, fried rice.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to agree that I'm right and you're wrong.
Yeah, nah. Let's just agree.
I gotta find the name of this place because it's embarrassing that I don't remember it. It was a fun little stop too.
It was.
Because if you remember, you've got all those monkey pod trees that is right over the highway, and you're going by it, and it is right before because there's other little places to eat in with it. It's like a little food court garden, and I will find it because I am determined, and I'm gonna try not to take too much of the show to do that. If I don't find it here. Oh, wait, here it is. Here we go.
All right.
There's Leota's Kitchen.
That's it.
I told you. I knew it was a woman's name. And Leota, which is Madame Leota, which is from Disneyland, the Haunted Mansion. What do you think? You think we'll ride the Haunted Mansion ride this time?
That's a stupid question. Of course we'll ride the Haunted Mansion this time.
Haunted Mansion ride.
That was my number for some reason. That was like when I went to Disney World, that was the one ride I wanted to ride. I was a little disappointed maybe because I was like I expected it to be like, top tier, and I also expected it to be creepy, but it wasn't.
When the grim doors creep and the grim doors creak.
I'm not gonna sing.
I can't remember all the names, but
okay. Anyway, we're gonna end it. I don't want to sing. No singing. Okay.
Happy haunts materialize and begin to harmonize. Grim and grim ghosts come out to socialize.
Okay, you're not. Yeah, good job.
Okay.
He is not my father, by the way.
Oh goodness. So I mean, and it's all about the beach here. If you are going up there, one thing I would say is look for Black Rock. Black Rock is the is kind of the main sort of just to the south or just to the north of Black Rock is where you have some of the best snorkeling probably in the world.
Yeah.
And the beach is so calm.
It is so
calm.
It's also really shallow, really far out.
Yeah, you can walk out.
Super far, but it only
great for kids. Eleanor's 8. And she was a little bit leery of swimming, and you know what? She did wonderful. And I felt so comfortable because the water was so calm that we didn't even have to like be right beside her the whole time. And it's really a good beach to go to if you are wanting to
snorkel,
to get in the water.
Surfing or anything.
If you're not super comfortable, like swimming in the ocean, it's a very not intimidating ocean to be a part of or to go enjoy. I will tell you, on the beaches, just remember that the UV is so high there. I mean, it's at a 12. It's at a 12 for like 3 hours of the day. That was
one of the worst sunburns I've ever had.
We just weren't thinking.
I still have scars from it.
I mean, we had sun screened up
so much, and
a
it
rash
doesn't
guard.
matter.
A
when
rash
the
guard
UV
is a way to go.
at like a 12, but was it a 13?
12. No, 12 is as high as it
Oh
goes.
man, okay, was that a 12? Sorry, I don't. No, it was actually so bad. They raised the level for this one day. No,
but then
literally,
you go, but if you go at like 4 o'clock, it drops to like a 6, or like even down to like a 4 or 2.
We just literally went from like the worst time possible. We were like there from
we were there from like 11 to 4. Yeah.
Literally when the UV's like at its peak.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and that was our experience with beaches in Hawaii. I loved them. I honestly enjoyed the beaches more than I thought that I would. I was in it more for like the volcanoes and the waterfalls and the hiking.
Yeah.
I like that. I still think more than beaches, but Hawaii beaches are a different thing. I think a lot of times it's like kind of like California beaches. I like California beaches so much better than Florida beaches. Florida beaches, they're hot, they're sweaty, they're muggy. There's not a tree anywhere. It's all just flat, gross, blah. I hate them. But then you go to I hate's a strong word. I don't mind them maybe all as much as that, but they're not as fun for me, and I don't like sand in my eyes and all this stuff.
I don't like any of us do.
But the like the Hawaiian beaches did not feel like that.
No, they didn't.
And
they felt more like a
crowded.
California beach.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the other thing too, because you can get on like the resort beaches there for free. The resorts don't own the beaches.
And they look like the Florida beaches, but they feel like the California beaches.
And there's just so much beach that nowhere really feels crowded.
No. Yeah, and like it's not like the beaches you have to pay. The beach is everyone's property. You know?
Exactly. So if you find yourself in Maui, you find yourself in Hawaii, try to make it up to Kaanapali Beach. Try to make it to Airport Beach. Definitely check out whale watching. It is well worth the money.
Well worth it.
You will get a little seasick potentially, depending on the kind of boat you pick.
Depending on the person you are, also. Because I was completely fine, but
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, I think that wraps it for it. Do you have anything else you'd like to say about Hawaii in general?
I mean, I think, when we first left there, I was kind of thinking, I was like, I wonder if we'll ever come back. And I think I've decided that I would love one day. I mean, I don't see why not to return to Maui, but also I want to experience the other islands too.
I really do too. I part of me is like, man, why would I go to Hawaii and want to go to like a massive city like Honolulu?
It's different though.
It probably would be.
I feel like it'd be so. I just love big cities.
I like cities too, but like I can go to LA, I can go to Denver, I can go to Chicago, I can go to New York City if I want to check out a big city.
Why don't I go to New York? I'm game.
But like I do think seeing Pearl Harbor, seeing Waikiki, I mean, seeing all of those beaches that you hear about in Oahu, Kauai, it'd be cool to see all the Jurassic Park stuff, and I hear that the waterfalls there are incredible.
The Jurassic Park movies. Wasn't there
the Big Island? I want to go see actual lava flowing. That would be awesome.
I feel like that would be terrifying.
Yeah, I know, but I really want to see it.
So like that doesn't trigger your, because like your thing of heights is that you could jump. That doesn't trigger the thing of knowing you could jump into lava and die.
No, I mean I love campfires and stuff. I love like sitting by fires. That doesn't ever trigger me.
Yeah, but the only issue is this is literally like molten lava that could explode at any moment.
I'm not scared of fire. I'm scared of heights.
So like if a volcano just erupted and fire started raining down on your head, you wouldn't be scared.
Well, I mean, of course I would, but like,
Okay, I'm just saying. But yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, this has been so much fun bringing you our journey to Hawaii and Maui. We've created such good memories, and I am going to enjoy listening back to this in years to come. I hope that you will join us next time as we talk about our adventure.
Lots of Disney content, I'm sure. Lots of beaches, all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. So be sure to join us next time on Dreams, Plans, and Scrapbooks.
Bye.